Musa alayhi salam was tested more than me, and Musa showed patience. So he's reminding himself of this verse, that Musa had it more difficult than me, and he showed patience. This means I can show patience as well. So this verse is meant to give us a consolation when internal issues, bickerings, and politics happen. And our scholars commented on this verse. Ibn al-Qayyim actually has an entire page, it's very beautiful. I will bring benefits from it. He said, and so every single group of people, they have within them characteristics that are a test and trial for other groups of people. And then he gave some examples. He said, the rich are a fitna for the poor, and the poor are a fitna for the rich. How so? If you have wealth, if you have plenty of mal, it is a fitna for you. How are you going to deal with your money? Are you dealing with it Islamically? Are you earning it halal? Are you spending it on halal? Are you giving its rights to the fuqara? Conversely, if you don't have wealth, it is a fitna for you. To be in poverty is a trial. To be in poverty is a test. How are you responding to that fitna? Ibn al-Qayyim says those in power, politicians, their power is a test for them. And those that they rule over, the ones that are being ruled, they too are a test for the ones in power. Each one has rights and responsibilities, whether they're going to pass it or not. Men and women, they are a test for each other. Men and women, they have urges, they're tests for each other. Can you control those urges or not? Parents and children, each one of them, they have tests and trials. And subhanAllah, the reality is the exact same fitna for one group of people, its absence is a fitna for another group of people. So those that have parents and have to take care of them, that is a test and a trial for them. Those that don't have parents, that is a test and trial for them to deal with that tragedy. Those that have children, some of the biggest tensions come from taking care of children. Those that don't have children, the fact that they don't have children is a test and trial for them. SubhanAllah, the same thing. Its presence is a test. Its absence is a test. Those that are single, and mashallah, we have plenty of them in Safar Awal, I'm going to give you the shout out. Those that are single, that was a free call up to you guys, mashallah. It's a test for them to be single. And those that are married, I have heard from some people, I wouldn't know, I have heard from some people that being married might have its fitnas and trials. But this is the reality of life. That وَجَعَلْنَا بَعْضَكُمْ لِبَعْضٍ فِتْنَةً. You will not be safe. You are being tested at multiple levels. You are a fitna for other people. They are a fitna for you. And Allah is saying, such is life. أَتَصْبِرُونَ. You're navigating the test. What does fitna mean? It's a test. It doesn't mean you will fail, you will pass. It is a test. It is your job to pass the test. You must pass the test as much as you can. And how do you pass the test? أَتَصْبِرُونَ. Are you going to have sabr? And here we have a profound reality. Because if you remember, we talked about sabr, or we all talk about sabr being three categories. Sabr al-qadr of Allah, we accept Allah's qadr. Sabr in abstaining from the haram, and sabr in doing good. This ayah manifests all three types of sabr. How so? We made groups of you a trial to others at all three levels of sabr. Number one, sabr at the level of qadr. You must accept that Allah has given you certain things and not given you certain things. You must accept other people have and you do not have. And you have and other people do not have. This is a fitna of your sabr of qada and qadar. Allah tests people and shaitan comes. How come I didn't get that wealth? How come, my friend, my cousin, he started like me. Now he's a multimillionaire. Where am I? And shaitan comes and gives waswasa. How come I don't have what other people have? And people look and they desire and they're greedy and they're jealous. No. Atasbirun. You must accept Allah's qadr. If you want to work to change it, that's fine. You want to try to get richer, that's fine. No problem, in a halal manner. But in the end of the day, nobody's equal. And by the way, we have to say this before I go on. You think that somebody's better than you because they have more wealth. You think somebody's better than you because they have, maybe a sister thinks she's more beautiful than me. A person thinks their marriage is more better than mine. is better than mine. وَمَا يُدْرِيكَ, how do you know? Wallahi, brothers and sisters, that person whom you think is wealthier than you, they might have more money, but the stress that that wealth brings their life, the hassle, the grievances that that wealth brings, Allah protected and saved you. You don't have to worry about it. That marriage you think is rosy, you do not know the reality behind closed doors, and how many married couples you think they're living, mashallah, tabarakallah, ends up in a divorce and you're shocked. What? Because you don't know reality. You do not know. So, atasbirun, at some level, you must accept Allah gave me what is best for me. Allah gave me the test I can pass. Maybe if I had that wealth, I would fail that test. Maybe if I had that beauty, I would fail that test. Maybe if I had what I am jealous of other people, I would fail it. So, level number one, atasbirun, accept Allah's qadr, sabr at Allah's qadr. Level number two, sabr in abstaining from evil. This is the second category of sabr. So, atasbirun, whatever you have, are you making sure you do not use it for evil? The wealth that you have, are you using it for evil? This is atasbirun. The fame that you have, if Allah blessed you with handsomeness, with beauty, are you controlling that with the opposite gender and not doing the haram? This is atasbirun. And then the third category of sabr, sabr in fulfilling the rights that are due, sabr in ta'at. And so, when it comes to wealth, atasbirun, are you giving sadaqah and zakah? Are you earning halal and spending on halal? When it comes to power, are you giving the power its due, the fame that Allah blessed you with, the power that Allah gave you? And by the way, every one of us has power at some level. Every one of us is in charge, whether it's even of our family and friends. We are all leaders at some capacity. Are we being just with those under our control? Are we giving them their rights, their due, our spouses, our children, our family and friends? So this ayah, brothers and sisters, is a profound ayah. Next time you get involved with bickering in politics, next time somebody hurts you, and wallahi, this is life. Whether it's a family member, whether it is a friend, whether it is office politics, whether it is the global situation, nobody will be safe from internal politics. You will be hurt, you will be harmed. Remember this ayah. وَجَعَلْنَا بَعْضَكُمْ لِبَعْضٍ فِتْنَةً أَتَصْبِرُونَ. And one final fa'idah, not directly linked to this ayah, but it is overall linked to the concept. Realize, just because you have a problem with somebody doesn't mean that that person is evil and you are good. It is possible two righteous people don't get along. It is possible two muttaqeen are having an internal issue. And it is possible each one of them will pass the test. Just because you don't get along doesn't mean Allah is not happy with them. Please humble ourselves. You do not represent, astaghfirullah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You do not represent the deen. If somebody doesn't like you, doesn't mean they're an evil person. The Sahaba themselves had massive issues between them. And once somebody came to Ali radiallahu anh and said bad things about Muawiyah radiallahu anh, Ali said, no, don't say this in front of me. He said, but you're fighting against him. Surely he's an evil person. And what did Ali radiallahu anh say? No, this is a problem between two brothers. And I pray that Allah makes us in the verse that وَنَزَعْنَا مَا فِي صُدُورِهِمْ مِنْ غِلٍّ إِخْوَانًا عَلَى سُرُرٍ مُتَقَابِلِينَ. I pray that Allah causes both of us to enter Jannah and to remove whatever animosity was in our hearts, that we are sitting, facing on couches, reclining in Jannah. This is the spirit of Islam. Just because you don't get along with somebody doesn't mean he's a bad person. You have sabr, the other person has sabr. You can both pass the test and both enter Jannah. So brothers and sisters, remember, you are a fitna for others and others are a fitna for you. Your goal is to pass the test, and you will do it by showing sabr in all three things. Sabr in qada and qadar, sabr in abstaining from evil, and sabr in doing the good. And inshallah we'll continue tomorrow. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.